home army at my age is 5.
I'm Russ.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Ty and my age is 9, and today we're doing our top 10 family board game list.
Yeah, we are. This is our 50th video to go onto YouTube, so we thought we'd do something a little bit different. Yeah, it's a top 10 family board games. Actually, some of them are card games, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what we did, all of us compiled our own top 10 individual top 10s. I'm saying top 10 a lot. And I assigned points to them with a weighting so that any that we put in the top 3 come out more prominently. And yeah, then added up all the numbers and come up with the top 10 for our group. I said top 10 again, didn't I?
Top 10.
So, without further ado, let's get on with the list.
Number 10, Outfox.
Yeah, Outfox is number 10, and it was only on your list, I think, but it was up quite high. So it's coming at number 10, and it's a deduction game for kids. They're trying to work out who stole the pie.
Who ate all the pie?
And the game works, you've got lots of different foxes in all different outfits and whatnot, and on your turn you roll dice to roll 3 matching symbols, and then you can either move around the map. There's a map of the village, which is quite nice, isn't there? And so yeah, you can move around, or you can discover a clue, and the clues tell you that it'll give you a piece of clothing, some glasses, top hat, something like that, and it'll tell you whether or not the thief was wearing it. And so you go around, sort of guess who stole, I suppose, and so you can eliminate suspects by who is or isn't wearing the outfits, can't we? And yeah, if you don't get it done quick enough, the fox escapes.
He runs off the village.
And you lose. It's a cooperative game. It's there's not a lot there for adults, but it's great for kids to teach them deduction, isn't it? It's one of your favourite games. Yeah. Well, you tell everyone why you like it.
Because I like doing clues.
You like doing clues.
And Daddy got it for Christmas.
Yeah, we got it for you for Christmas, didn't we?
From America.
Yeah, all the way from America, didn't we?
You got the wrong teeth in me.
Yeah, you got the wrong teeth in. So, what score would you give it?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. What a surprise. Ty, do you like Outfoxed?
Not that much.
No, not that much.
Is it too easy for you?
Yeah, I'll give it 0.5.
Oh, you meanie. What did you give it in the actual video?
0.5.
Yeah, we have done a playthrough of it, so you can go and check that out and have a look. But yeah, there's not a lot there for the older kids or adults, but yeah, it's great for kids to. It's good to see the kids learning some deduction and working stuff out for themselves. So yeah, good one.
Number 9, One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Yeah, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a social deduction game, and we're amazed how well Mia does at it. Because it involves lying. At the start of the game, everybody's got draws at random. You draw a character, and you look at it secretly. And depending on what character you do, you're going to have a different action to take. So everybody shuts their eyes, and in turn, you do the action of your character, whether it be swapping 2 players around if you're the troublemaker, or
Stealing someone's card.
stealing someone's cards, or even if you're the village idiot, rotating them all around, and
If you're
generally
drunk.
just creating confusion and mayhem. And if your people on the villager team win by killing a werewolf, and the werewolves win by killing a villager. Because after the night phase, you'll vote. You have a discussion, try and work out who's who and what's changed, and then you have to vote and choose somebody to kill. And yeah, there's a great app with it, which is voiced by Eric Summerer, and that talks you through, which is really good. It's got a few Easter eggs in there with some really little funny extra lines, just for fun. And yeah, really good, fun game. Well, who wants to go next? Who's going to say what they like about it? You are? Yeah, go on then. You've got to put your hand up. You're at school.
Why do you like it?
I lie.
You like lying? Go on then, Ty.
I like all the different roles. My favourite role has got to be the drunk.
You like being the drunk?
Yeah, because he takes one out of the middle with no idea what it is, and put the drunken way into it, and you have no idea what you are.
Yeah, you have no idea what your role is.
And
Do you?
I would give that like a 9.
No. What do you give it then?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. What a surprise.
What a surprise!
I always do that.
It's a good game. Depending on what roles you put in, it can be overpowering for the wolves or the villagers. But if you have it balanced right, it's good. And unless you know your family well, you can't tell who's lying and who's not.
I know this person well.
Yeah, Mummy always lies, doesn't she? We never believe Mummy. But Mia really got me for a good one, didn't you, the other week? And yeah, she claimed to be another role that she wasn't. And I totally believed her, and she turned out to be a werewolf. And she knew it as well, and yeah, really, really good. So, yeah.
A 5-year-old that can lie that well.
So, yeah, there we go. One Ultimate Werewolf. We've not done a video for this one yet, we really should soon. So, yeah, there we go.
Number 8. Asking for trouble.
Yeah, Asking for Troubles, a nice light worker placement game that plays pretty quickly. And everything in it is... Orange! Yeah, very orange this game. It's quite striking in its appearance. But it's a good little game. It's quite simple. As I say, fairly lightweight. And you're trying to capture these monsters that are on Planet Paradise. They've invaded. And these monsters are called Troubles, hence the name. And on your turn, you're going to place a worker, take resources, and try and build up enough resources to trap these monsters. And that's it, really. It plays up to 7. But because of the quick turn time, it's not as horrendous as it might sound, a 7-player worker placement game. But for me, I think the best thing about it is the spaceships. Everyone's got their own special designer spaceship, and they're great little plastic miniatures. And yeah, it's pretty good. Unfortunately, it's currently between printings, as far as I know, and I'm not certain if it's going to get another printing. So, yeah, I don't know. You might not be able to get it. I picked it up myself second-hand just recently. Got lucky there, I think. But, yeah, what do you think of it, Mia?
I like it because I like my flying saucer.
Yeah, you like the flying saucer ship, didn't you? What about you, Ty? What do you
I
like?
really like different ships. My favourite ship is the Enterprise.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like the Enterprise, doesn't it? Not quite, though.
No. And it's really orange, for sure.
Yeah.
And Troubles are like... Is that even a creature?
Well, it's made up for the game. It's not a real creature, is it?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
I'll give it an 8.5 because we haven't done a video of it yet.
Yeah, we've not done a playthrough of this one. Yeah, we'll have to do that soon, won't we?
I just like the game in general, having to figure out which way is the best way round to go around to get the bits to catch the Troubles. It's just a really good game.
Well, yeah, there we go. If you can find a copy, check it out. It's Asking for Troubles.
Number 7.
Survive Escape from Atlantis.
Survive Escape from Atlantis. This is one mean game, isn't it? But it's a great family game. In this game, you start off, you build an island in the middle and you populate it with all your meeples. Each player's got 8 meeples. And then around the island there's boats, there's sharks, there's whales and there's sea monsters. And you've got to try and get your people to safety to the corners of the board to get them home and score the points on them. But yeah, with all these sharks and sea monsters, each player also gets an opportunity to control them to try and eat their opponents.
Yum.
So yeah, eating your opponent's meeples pretty mean, but because you've got so many workers, it goes down pretty well. Nobody seems to get upset. So, what do you think of it?
I like killing people.
Oh!
You're very mean. Very mean, little girl.
What's the best way to kill people? Is it with a shark or with a sea monster?
With every single one.
You just like killing everything. What about you, Ty? Do you like
It's
this
a
one?
really good game, and I really like sharks and the sea monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
And as you can see on my screen, once I have blocked off an island with 2 sea monsters.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
And I was trying to get in on it.
Yeah. What about Mummy?
I think it's a good fun game. It is nice that the kids can take that in this game because you've got so many meeples, so it doesn't really make much difference Don't think I've ever actually won this game though. It is a very good game and it's fun for the family.
There we go. That's number 7.
7.
Survive, escape from Atlantis.
Number 6.
Love Letter the Hobbit.
Yeah, a Hobbit-themed version of Love Letter. If you don't know, Love Letter is a micro game with, depending on which version you get, I think there's between 16, 17, 18 cards, something like that in there. And each player just starts with 1 card, and on your turn, you draw a card, and then pick one of the 2 you've got to play, doing what the text says at the bottom of the card. And at the end of the round, whoever's got the highest valued card wins the round, and you play until somebody's got won 4 rounds. Nice and simple, and quick. And it's been played one heck of a lot in this house. We've got this one here. Is our version, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just show everyone how worn out our cards are. We have... Look. Don't know if you can see that from there, but these cards, they're all speckled and wearing through. It's been played literally over 100 times. We've played this game, haven't we?
As we've played it so much,
yeah,
the artwork's being rubbed off.
Well, that's what I just said. So yeah, for about £8 I think we paid for that. We've certainly got our money's worth out of it, haven't we? And until recently, this was your number 1 game, wasn't it? So why do you love it so much?
I like winning.
You like winning. You do tend to win a surprising amount with this game, don't you?
Can you sit still, Fidget Bum, please?
It was a little bit tricky at first because Mia can't read very well. She's learning now, but when we first started playing the game a year ago, she couldn't read the cards, so she learned it by characters, which wasn't hard because...
I knew it, and they're all on your shirt.
Yeah, sure. But Kelly's a big fan of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I like The Hobbit as well, and Mia knew some of the characters, so we just taught her the characters and what they do, and yeah, and you can play the game really well now, can't you? So, what do you like about it, Ty?
It is a really good game, and the death card when Mia's playing is either Thorin or the Arkenstone. That's all she ever guesses.
It's a really fun, quick family game. The kids enjoy playing it, and it is fun to try and figure out what everyone else has got.
Yeah. And it's fun for all of us as well, I think. And if you do get knocked out, which happens fairly often, the rounds are super short, so you're back in no time. So, yeah, that's Love Letter, The Hobbit.
Number 5.
Alhambra.
Yeah, Alhambra, not Alhambra, as Mia says. You start off with a little fountain, and you've basically got to build around your fountain with money that you either pick up or what's dealt to you. And you buy buildings to put in your fountain, and you also get points for the longest wall and having the most. Nice and simple game, really.
Yeah, so it's a similar sort of way to Ticket to Ride, maybe slightly easier, I'm not sure. But yeah, on your turn you're going to either choose to take money in 4 different colours, or you can buy a building if you've got the right money for it. And yeah, buy the building, build your Alhambra. And that's it, nice and simple. The reason I let Kelly give the overview is because this is her number 1 game.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've played it to death. Not as much as The Hobbit, mind, but this is probably our 2nd most played game, isn't it? And the kids just about manage, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
She beats me.
she does beat you, doesn't she? Yeah, Mia does beat Ty a lot of the time at this one. Do you like Alhambra? Yeah? What do you like? You got anything to add? No? What about you?
Not that much.
Yeah, you get fed up with losing,
She always
don't you?
beats me! And I've only won twice!
Yeah.
He hasn't got much strategy for buying the correct buildings and building walls.
I don't even have any help.
No, you don't play that help now, don't you? So there we go, that's number 5, Alhambra.
Number 4.
Cheating moth.
Shooting Moth. This is the game that replaced Love Letter, The Hobbit as your number 1, wasn't it? So, do you want to try and tell everyone what you do? Go on, you try.
We need to cheat. If we're the guard, we can play moths. Are the purple ones.
Well, yeah, basically you've got to try and cheat to get rid of all your cards, haven't you? It plays a little bit like Uno. You start off with a hand of 8 cards, numbered from 1 to 5, and on your turn you can play onto the discard pile a number 1 higher or 1 lower than what's there. So if there's a 3 down there, you can play a...
4 or a 2.
A 4 or a 2, that's it. And the aim of the game is to get rid of all your cards, but there's some special cards which mess things around, and you've got cheating moths that you can't play. So, yeah, you have to cheat to try and get rid of them. And one player will be the guard, and if they spot you, you're going to get penalised for cheating. And, yeah, great fun game. You've got the sneeze coming.
Yeah. Hang on. Go on, carry on.
So, yeah, that's basically it. It's Uno where you have to cheat. So, yeah, great fun game, and, yeah. So you like it because you get to cheat, don't you? Yeah. What about you, Ty? Do you like cheating moth?
Yeah, it's a really good game.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
You're not very good at cheating, is what you have to say.
You're too obvious, aren't you?
Sometimes
He always
just-
gets caught.
I just go out there and somebody goes, yeah, I'm cheating.
Yeah, I do like this game. You do have to be a bit tricky because after a while the kids know who's cheating and they keep watching you and not anybody else. But it's a fun game for the family.
And we have done a playthrough for this one. We played 3 rounds for a playthrough, and I did it, and I put markers on screen and a noise to indicate every time someone cheated. And in those 3 rounds, we spotted 23 cheats between the 4 of us, didn't we? So yeah, loads of cheating going on. Yeah,
Daddy
great laugh.
cheated, that's the card.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake I made, but yeah, there we go. So that's cheating moth.
Number 3.
Gubbers.
Gubs, yeah, or bug, spelt backwards. In this game, it reminds me a bit of Starflux in some ways, but basically everyone's got a gub to start with, which is a little bug that you have in front of you. And at the end of the game, whoever's got the most gubs is the winner. But there's cards that come out that give you more gubs, or trap other people's gubs, or bring them over to your side, or kill them, or trap them, or protect them, and there's all sorts of cards, all sorts of events. And it's mayhem. It really is. Ty's trying to swallow the camera. So yeah, game of mayhem, but it's got brilliant artwork. It's really, really cute artwork, lovely cards, and yeah, we like it, don't we? What do we like? What do you like?
Making Tyler.
Oh, you're so mean to your brother.
I mostly
What do you-
good though.
Let's not silly voices. Yeah, Ty. Yeah, Mia tends to pick on Ty a bit in this game, and Ty's won one game, but in the other half a dozen games we've played, he's scored 0 in every one. But yeah, good fun game though. We've just got to stop you from picking on Ty, haven't we?
Pick on her.
You got anything to add?
No, I think you said it all. It's a good game.
So that's number 3. That's Gubs.
Number 2, and it's the top of Daddy's list.
Lords of Waterdeep.
Yeah, Lords of Waterdeep is I think it's probably our favourite worker placement game. Basically, it's set in the Dungeons and Dragons world, but we've never been interested in Dungeons and Dragons. We just like worker placement games, so we got this one, and yeah, really enjoy it. It's as usual with a worker placement. On your turn, you place a worker on a spot and get the benefit of that spot. But what I really like with this one is that you can buy new spots and build buildings which give you a benefit when other players go on them, and you can get a little bit of an engine going. Quests that you go and complete, you can chain them into another depending on what rewards they give, and yeah, it's just a really nice, varied, interesting family weight. Well, it's not really family weight, it's more gateway worker placement game, but the kids do manage to play. You don't do well, do you? You don't win, Mia. But Ty's getting better now.
Yes.
You're getting to the age where you start to think a bit more about strategy, and yeah. So it's probably not a great one for Mia, but it is one that not older, you're not older, you're still only 9, aren't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, perhaps 9 or 10 onwards, yeah, that sort of age kid get on quite well with it.
I do better in a 3-player game than a 4-player game for some reason.
Because you have more workers in a 3-player game than a 4-player game.
Yeah.
It scales quite well. If you've only got 2 players, you start off with 4 workers each. Whereas if you go up to 5 or 6 players, you only start with 2 workers each. So, yeah. There we go. Do you want to add anything? No?
No, you've added it all.
Okay. I don't think I said that much, but... There we go. So, number 2 was Lords of Waterdeep.
And finally, number 1 is the top of my list.
Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, Ticket to Ride. We've not picked any particular one version. We've got 3 different maps that we can play on. And yeah, it's probably, after Catan, it's probably the next best known gateway game, which makes, most gateway games can make good family games as well.
Top of my list.
So if you don't know, and I thought you probably do, but in Ticket to Ride, there's a set collection aspect similar to our hardware where you're taking train cards instead of money. And then when you've got enough of the right colour, you can put trains on the map and try and connect your routes up. And that's all there is to it. We've also got the UK and Pennsylvania, which adds some more complications to it. But, yeah.
She always wins.
Yeah, Mummy does, doesn't she? Especially on the Pennsylvania map.
Yes.
Mummy destroys us
She
on that
gets
one.
lucky. So lucky.
But do you like Ticket to Ride?
No.
Yeah, you're all shy again, aren't you?
I want to do something. I want to do something.
What?
Do the cameras.
Yeah, go on then. I'm asking you.
When we went to Board Game Club, and me and Mummy played the last expansion.
That wasn't
No,
the
that
last
was the
expansion.
first one.
Second.
That was the original Ticket to Ride you played with the America map, which we don't have. We've got Europe, haven't we? But was that one good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that one.
Mummy helped me.
Yeah.
Mummy always helps you because
Well-
you can't read the cities, can you?
Why are you putting funny faces?
I'm not.
You are. What about you? Do you like Ticket to Ride?
Yeah, because it was top of my list.
You play the app version sometimes, don't
Yes. And I don't always win. I'm like 110, somebody's on like 153. Somehow.
I do like these games. I don't know how I always end up winning because I literally just take the trains and build the routes that it tells me to, but I still always win. It is a fun game and the kids enjoy it as well. So yeah, it is probably one of our best family board game anyway.
Well, it's not one of my favourites, but
No.
but I know why you always win. You're extremely lucky when you draw new tickets.
Yeah, probably.
Because whenever we draw tickets, we get ones that are over that side of the map or this side of the map or both. You get all the ones that are all next to each other
Once I draw,
and that you've already completed.
once I draw a ticket that was 12 pointed, 15 pointed, and 18 pointed.
And your point is?
And
You got no point.
nah.
Despite all them points, you got no point. No, okay. So there we go, that was our number 1, Ticket to Ride. So be sure to let us know in the comments what your top family games are. Perhaps there's some that we haven't tried out. So, yeah, I mean, we've played a good number of games. We've only been into sort of the hobby side of board game for just over a year now. And we've played somewhere in the region of 150 games. So we've played a good few, but there's still a lot of gaps and things we haven't played. So be sure to let us know of any others you think we should check out. Let's see, there's some honourable mentions for some that didn't quite make our list.
Sushi Go.
Sushi Go, that's a fun one, isn't
That's
it?
only what mine is.
Marco Polo. You can't play Marco Polo, that's silly. No, so Sushi Go was quite good. Zero I mentioned when we were making the list.
Yeah, Stone Age.
Yeah, Stone Age.
Hate that one.
And... what
Cold
else?
Express?
Yeah, Cold Express was mentioned as well. Oh, and
That's
Rhino
right.
Hero. So
Yeah,
you know,
Rhino
we've got
Hero.
a good few others, but yeah, that's our top 10.
And I
So-
really hate that game.
I got
So-
Rhino Hero from Christmas.
Right. So yeah, be sure to leave us your recommendations, your top 10s, and let us know what you think of the video. It's the first time we've done something that isn't a playthrough or an unboxing, so yeah, it'd be good to hear from you. Give us a like if you like what we're doing, and don't forget to subscribe, and check out our website at
BoardGameAtHome.com.
boardgamingathome.com. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.